Baba, we're asking you. But then also we're live on Facebook, live on YouTube. What's up, Metasphere, Mambo Vipi, Mkopoa. Yeah, shout outs to Mumbi on the controls pale MCR.
Akona bag moja kali sana, but that's a story for another day.
Notice bag, checky. Anyway, how much should you allow your friends to influence your relationship? How much? To what extent? And I believe one thing, friends normally have influence over the people we date, the people we marry, the people we are with, even our families, by the way. So we're not going to put it as a blanket thing and say that our friends don't have influence over us.
True.
This coming in the wake of a story that we saw,
True.
of one celebrity who his
Tyrese Gibson, the Fast and Furious, curious actor, and of course the singer.
Exactly. His wife said, had she ex-wife,
Samantha,
said, had she had a good ear to her when things were going, there was turmoil in her marriage, she wouldn't have left the guy.
Yeah.
So, meaning that her friends did have influence over the advice they gave her. Yes, this goes to show, and please note, not all friends have good intentions to you. Your marriage, to your relationship, to even your friendships. Not all friends have good intentions. However, others have good influence. They have good, advice that they can give you. But how much is too much? How far should you go? How far would you let them in and tell them, But there's some of us who, you've already committed to your friend. Babe, imagine he did this. Hey, you sit again. And that small fight you have, she's already run, or he has already run to his boys like, wait, Buddha, Udame, she did this, she did the other. So sometimes we give too much information
to our friends.
And they actually destroy me. I've seen it happen to a friend of mine. Yeah. His girlfriend used to give too much information to her girls. And so they ended up hating this guy. Yeah. And what they tell her? Leave,
of course.
Yeah, they told her leave.
Because what else do you expect them to tell you if everything you're telling them about
is negative? Yeah, leave. Yeah. But then there's also that one friend who had also checked out the guy and decided that as you leave, I'm going in. So the best advice was leave. This guy is making you feel this way, and the chick left, and of course her friend moved in, but the guy was not that type of person. He's just like, you're my friend, so I can't. So what do you think?
Now I think you couldn't be even more right, because like you said, sometimes what is the intention? But for me, I'd say there's a very big positive, there's a very big plus in seeking for relationship advice from friends who are pro-relationship.
Yes.
It's very, very wise to seek for marital advice from friends who are pro-marriage.
Yeah.
Okay? Which is not to say that single people cannot give you marital advice, single people cannot give you relationship advice, but they have to be single people who believe in relationships or single people who have been married.
Yeah.
So either it didn't work out, but there are lessons that they can share with you.
Yeah.
So when you are seeking, I don't have a problem with you going to a friend as a shoulder to cry on sometimes when things are tough.
Yeah.
And most of the time in marriages, in relationships, you need a group of friends, a couple, who you confide into sometimes when things are tough.
Very true.
Even me in my past life, I have seen it work for me to my benefit. Like, and for me, it was my cousin, Harry and his wife.
Yeah.
And most of the time, they used to come to our house and they would really, really help us in situations when even us, we were like, this can't work.
Yeah.
But you see, they were a married couple. And they would obviously come and tell, and you realize there's nothing new. Like what you guys are going through, we went through like 2 years ago, 5 years ago, and this is how we sorted it out. But you see, if you're going to someone who does not even believe in relationships in that first place, what do you think they're going to tell you?
Definitely going to tell you to leave.
Your car has broken down, and you're going to seek for car advice from a carpenter.
Shouldn't work.
What do you think is going to tell you?
Yeah.
So unless it's a carpenter who has a car, so in that instance, they're not advising you as a carpenter, but they're advising you as someone who owns a car. So they're advising you as a fellow car owner. Okay? So it's very, very important for most of the time to decide. Friends can advise you on anything, but take it with a pinch of salt. Sieve it and see what exactly do they mean. Do they actually want... Why are you going to advice from a friend who has never even liked your
boyfriend? Yeah.
Never liked your girlfriend, never liked your man. And this is the person you're going to for advice. So friends can advise you, but really limit how much influence. I mean, even a friend can tell you, leave him, leave her. But what do you really, really want?
At the same time, you know that they can go behind your back and start talking now to your partner.
Yeah.
And tell him, wait, by the way, this person tells us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yes.
And those things that you're saying this guy is not doing, like we were talking yesterday, those things that you're saying this guy is not doing, and you're telling this person, they'll just be like, oh, this is what this person is not doing, somebody else are doing them.
Yeah.
In that instance, bringing confusion. See, I've talked to you. Say I've talked to Mwende. Mwende is listening in. Hey, she doesn't do what? Oh, okay, she doesn't call in the morning. She used to call and she stopped.
No, Mwende starts calling in the morning.
Oh, she didn't used to what? Cook for you? Okay. Unless you pass by my house, she doesn't even check up on you. She starts checking up on you. In that instance, you start being confused. Yeah. And sometimes instead of telling your friend, you should just tell her.
I mean, tell your partner then.
Tell your partner.
Well, what exactly?
Yeah, what exactly you want them to do. And if they don't, maybe I think if they have family, reach out to their family.
Have you ever told someone to leave their partner? Be honest. Like, has a friend of you ever complained to you about their partner and you're like, ude mazeachana na yeye? Like,
yeah.
Why? What?
No, it was because the first time, it took a long time. Before I said that, it took a really long time because I always complaints and I'm just like, this is the usual relationship thing. Then so you're telling him, boss, you just fight it out.
Yeah.
Fight it out. Yeah. So it became more and more. Then I asked him, why are you with this person?
Yeah. If every time
you're fighting, why are you with this person? Leave.
Okay.
And I didn't. It was not out of the blue. It's because after a long time I'd seen this person continuing.
So it wasn't like it was your first instinct or your first advice.
No, it wasn't my first advice. It was now. This was after
time.
This was after like 3 years.
Oh yeah.
Is when now I told this person.
Okay. Yeah.
Have you ever told someone to leave their relationship?
Do you know what? Funnily enough, I haven't.
Oh.
Like most of the time, and I even had a friend who really had issues with his partner, who's now like officially baby mama. So they're co-parenting and stuff.
Yeah.
But he really had issues. Really had issues. But I think most of the time, and still to what I stick to date, like even you, if you really had a problem and you are like, I am leaving, the one thing I'll tell you is, are you absolutely sure you've done everything in your power to keep this relationship? And if you say yes, then I'll tell you, then you do what you feel is right. And I'll give you the pros and cons of what the next chapter means if you leave and if you stay. But I'd never, and I don't think I've ever told someone, walk away. I never do.
I told someone because, that guy was.
But sometimes it could just be clear cut.
It was
wasting your time.
It was very clear cut. This guy was in tears every time.
Yeah.
But and before that, of course, you as Jamal, you tell me, you just wait it out. Be easy.
Yeah.
Why? I reached the point I asked him. But also, you have to weigh. Why am I there?
I think I just avoid telling people to walk out because now if they decide not to walk out. Then I'll always be the guy who told you to walk out on this woman that you love. This woman you still want to, work things with. You can easily become enemy number one. So me, I'd give you what it means if you walk away, what it means if you stay, and then really just let you. The way sometimes you advise someone alafu unasema, anyway, it's just me thinking. You end it with that disclaimer so that, you are... It's
kwangukie.
See me, just whatever you do.
Anyway, I think, please... be careful on how much information and how deep in you let your friends into your personal business. I think especially a relationship.
I agree with you, man.
And don't speak negatively about your guy to your friends,
and then
or
be surprised, or even family.
Your family, your guy, your girlfriend, your wife. Most of us do that. And when things change, we start now blaming at unajua Brian is the one who alinibia msichana. No, you are speaking about negatively about to this person.
Because we're talking about Samantha Lee, and Samantha Lee was speaking with a lot from a point of pain. She lost a marriage that even had a child.
Yes.
The child, I think, was 3 years at that point. So you can imagine you lost out on a good man. Because Tyrese Gibson says he never cheated, was always trying to do his best. But this woman listened to her friends who were honestly out for her to get a settlement for child support and all that in millions, of course.
And on top of that, she hid the baby away.
So can you imagine?
You remember, he even shot a video of him crying, saying about the way he wants.
So Samantha admitting that had she had a pro-marriage counsel at that time, then she probably would still have a marriage.
Yes.
So sometimes, man, it's too late because Gibson doesn't want to go back to him. But I'm just saying, really, really look for advice from people that you know will give you sound advice. Really, yes. It really matters.
Hey. Anyway, guys, let us know what you think on the social Spice FM KE. I've seen some of you have come in through my experience in Funza. A lot of guys here.
We're sampling that when we come back.
When we come back, keep it sugar and spice. A big shout out to DJ Mimi listening in. Very dope DJ, beautiful DJ. Yes.
Oh, if it had to be a woman DJ.
Of course.
Una my friends wanaume.
Wait, DJ Mimi, shout outs to her.